My name is Joanne D. Jalman. Welcome back. On the previous video, I had talked about spirituality and what it really means. I also talked about we don't have to be perfect to be spiritual. I talked about spirituality versus religion. I touched on and went over being an empath and having empathy versus an empath. What's the difference? I talked about that as well. Today I want to talk about talking to non-believers and people who are skeptics. I want to welcome you to the discussion about spirituality and focusing on being who you are and knowing what spirituality is all about. Spirituality, if the term spirituality appears to bring up ideas of crystals and or blind faith, they're marketing it everywhere and pretending to believe something without any evidence. You're not alone. The great news is that neither of those is required here. So in the next few minutes, let's forget about religion, spiritual teachers, or anything like that, or supernatural. I'm not asking you to believe in anything that you can't question. Instead, consider it a very basic approach to spirituality. Spirituality at its most fundamental core is the key concept. It's not about paying attention to a higher power or a doctrine. Instead, it involves simply paying attention to your own experience, your thoughts, your emotions, how you're feeling, and what the feeling that's around you. If you ever stopped and thought, wow, my mind is constantly busy and it's like you have a monkey mind. You'll feel moments of meaning that I feel like something is missing from my life. You might feel that way. You might question, there has to be more to life. What's going on than just getting things done and checking emails? Congratulations if you're feeling that way. Here's a great place to start and understanding spirituality. The reality is it's not suspended in logic. You don't need to be in your head. You only become more aware of what you are experiencing. For skeptics, spirituality isn't about adding belief to your life. Instead, it's about just stopping all assumptions that include that I love reduction. I work really hard, something measured by success. Spirituality practice begins when you gently examine these assumptions instead of simply accepting them without question. Here's what. Close your eyes. Take a moment. What is it? Did I create that? Did it just entered your mind? Who or what are you observing? Is an experience or just a thought? That question doesn't require any magic thinking. It requires curiosity. It requires for oneself just sit with yourself and the ability to observe spirituality, its perspective, running a simple experiment in your life. What happens if you slow down? What happens if you don't react instantly? What happens if you choose to accept discomfort instead of escaping it? No conclusions needed, just another misunderstanding people have about spirituality is that it's human emotions. We feel them all. It's not true that spirituality involves anger, doubt, confusion, fear, grief. There's so many different emotions. Instead of being overwhelmed by these emotions. You'll learn to relate to them in a different way. You'll stop asking yourself, how do I get rid of this? Instead, you'll ask, what is this trying to show up? You don't need any belief to experience spirituality. All you need is a willingness to open your mind, be aware of what's coming up for you. From there, you can decide for yourself. I invite you to sit with yourself, journal. When an emotion comes up, sit with it. I hope to see you in the next video. You are enough. Thank you for watching.